In this video, we explain what gives money its value. It is a curious thing. As a piece of paper, it doesn't have any intrinsic value of its own. Yet, we give it, and gladly receive it, because of what it represents. Welcome back to Explaining Difficult Stuff. Our nerds are dedicated to helping people of all ages understand complicated topics. This quick summary of money is designed so that you don't have to have a PhD in finance to understand. We promise that you will learn a few things that you didn't know. We will explain what money is, its history, and lastly, where it gets its value. We follow our unique formula that makes complex subjects more easily understood. Now let's take a 5-minute look at the basics of money. So, let's answer the first question. What is money? Today, money is a piece of paper with no intrinsic value. A dollar bill has no worth in itself. However, it does represent something that can be exchanged for goods and services. Dollar denominations are paper symbols that previously represented varying amounts of gold and silver. These commodities have value because they are rare and useful. Today money is not backed by gold or silver. It is backed only by the integrity of the government. The government can declare anything to be legal tender. Instead of green printed paper, it could have chosen rocks. The degree to which something is accepted as money is only as strong as the government that issues it. Now that you know that money is a value symbol, let us go through a brief overview of its history. Before money existed, if a farmer wanted to trade wheat for milk, he would have to find a dairy farmer willing to make the trade. If that same wheat farmer wanted meat, he would also have to find a farmer for that. But what if that farmer didn't want his wheat as payment? This was the problem of the early bartering system. As an exchange medium, money avoids the problems of a barter system. To explain, let's take a quick look at how money has evolved. In earlier times, before paper money, the value of a coin was the amount of precious metal used to make it. But as time passed, the type of goods sold and the cost to buy them changed dramatically. It was not practical to carry hundreds of coins or one large coin that could cover the cost. The answer was to somehow attach value to paper money. Moving ahead to more recent times, initially, each dollar could be turned in for a dollar's worth of gold. This system was called the gold standard, and it was much easier to carry paper than gold. This system implied that the government held enough gold in reserve to back up each dollar in circulation. That lasted until 1971, when the United States suspended the gold standard and adopted a fiat money system. This system does not tie its currency to gold or any other commodity. This brings us to the last point. Where does it get its value? To start, a government creates the value of money by declaring it to be the legal tender of the country. By doing so, it becomes illegal to refuse it as payment. This is done because the paper that money is printed on has no intrinsic worth of its own. Fiat money is only as valuable as the people's faith in the nation's economic strength. In a sense, the US has the authority to create as much money as needed, out of thin air. The US dollar derives its value only by confidence and good faith in the government. How much value money represents is determined by the following three things. First, the confidence in the government that prints it. Second, people who are willing to use it. It would not hold value if nobody was willing to accept it as payment. Lastly are the goods that are available to be purchased. Let's summarize. The dollar is just a green printed piece of paper. On its own, it has no value. However, by fiat, the government declared it to be the nation's legal tender. It is backed only by confidence in the government. More than just paper, the value of today's dollar lies in what it stands for. I said we would be done in about 5 minutes, and we did it. You know more about money now than you did. Often the subjects we explain are more complicated and technical than the basics we cover. We take liberties to achieve clarity and simplicity. By summarizing money using our unique formula, we delivered a solid understanding of the topic. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and subscribe to Explaining Difficult Stuff. Every time someone subscribes, it makes our day. We appreciate it. It gives us the incentive to keep reaching out to people of all ages with our videos. Help us get the word out by sharing this video. Thanks for watching Explaining Difficult Stuff. By the way, there is no cure for curiosity.